Hey there, my planner friends. This is Amy from Beloved Plans, and welcome to my channel. So excited to have you guys here with me today. Today, I'm going to be showing you my 2022 goals that I set up when I was on my personal retreat, and go into a little bit more into depth into how I came to set them and what they are going to hopefully look like for the year. So if this is your first time here, I'm so excited to have you here and welcome. This channel is for anyone who is looking to get more organized in their finances, business, productivity, and just day-to-day life. So let's dive into my 2022 goals. So as you may know, I am using the undated makselife 6-month horizontal planner. And so when I went on my personal retreat, and I'm going to link the video that I put up that just kind of shows you guys a little bit about what I did this year. I did it last year as well, but it's the time I take to go set my goals for the new year, usually the week between Christmas and New Year's. So I worked through all the steps, and makselife does a really great job of walking you through what exactly you need to do to use the planner. So the compass assessment is the first thing, and then setting intentions, annual goals and vision, and then it goes into your monthly goals, and you set those up every month, and then weekly actions are set up every week. And then at the end of the month, you do a monthly reflection. And at the end of the quarter, you do a quarterly review and obviously make adjustments as needed. So the first thing I did was my compass assessment, and that was actually on these pages here. And you can, if you don't have this planner, you can go on makselife's website and get a free download of this compass assessment, and actually all of these pages in there if you want, and do it. And so basically you go through these different areas of life and you rate different things, and you get a score for each category. So you put your score into this little compass thing, and then you also circle where you want to be. So for example, let's look at my health and wellness. I scored a 4 on that, so I filled it into here, and then I'd like to be at a 7 for this at the end of this year. So I went ahead and circled that. So now I can see, okay, that's the one where I have the biggest gap. I also have a bit of a gap in physical environment. I was at a 6, and I'd like to get that to an 8. And this is something that I will actually do every quarter, so that I can kind of see the progress I'm making and see how it's shifting and whatnot. So it's a really cool tool that's unique to this planner. All right, so then we went into setting my intentions for the year. So I went out ahead and filled out these different questions, and after a lot of thought, and I'd actually been thinking about my word of the year leading up to this retreat and everything, but I decided for my word of the year is going to be release, and because I feel like it's going to apply in a lot of different areas of my life. So I'm ready to let go of the things, people, and commitments that no longer serve me. I'm going to become free of the bondage of my past. So that means releasing physical things, whether it's weight or just letting things go off my plate, just releasing shame and different things that I've held on to from the past. I just thought release was a really, really representative word for what I would like to this year to be. So that's my word of the year. So once I did that, then I went into the goal setting part, and that's really what I'm excited to show you guys today. So this gives you some good tips for creating goals, committing to them, reviewing them, etc. So there's 3 types of goals. There's stretch goals, progress goals, and maintenance goals. So think of stretch goals as annual goals. And progress goals are ones that you will take a lot of action on. Maintenance goals, think of those almost as daily goals kind of thing too, or weekly ones. All right, so then here we have annual, monthly, weekly, and this is the weekly reflection questions, which is a part of doing the weekly planning every week in this planner, which I'm going to do a separate video actually on how I do my weekly reflection and then how I set up my goals for the next coming week, because it's really been a cool process the couple times I've done it so far this year. All right, so then I really love, before we go into my mind map, I really loved this page because this was a really great list for me to go through and just think through as I was brainstorming different things that I wanted to focus on for the year. So it's just all the different areas of life, and then just some prompts to get you thinking about things that you might want to address or change or tweak. All right, so then I made a mind map of this is just different ideas, dreams, goals for the coming year. I decided to color coordinate it. So like my personal is yellow, fun and recreation orange, work and learn, health and wellness, family and relationships, financial, faith, and physical environment. I wanted to carry these color coding themes that they use over here throughout the planner because they're really repetitive, and it helps me just visualize like, oh, if I see orange, I know it's fun and recreation. All right, so now into my annual goals. All right, so the first area that I did goals for was my personal life. And remember, these can always be changed at any time or added to or subtracted from. These are just more intentions, I would even say, versus goals for the year. So my focus, so that's kind of like my big overarching goal, is to embrace who I am by growing my confidence. And I'd like to establish goals supporting habits and routines. So something I really want to focus on this year is building routines, because I'm a very routine person. And I've noticed that when I want to make big changes in my life, it actually happens more quickly and more easily when I make small changes in my day-to-day habits and routines. To do this, I'm going to work on my self-image and confidence, establish routines that support my goals, stay committed to using my planner, because using my planner is going to help me stick with my habits, my routines, and it just is going to play into all of this. And then to continue to work through my target list in my therapy that I've been doing. And then you also do like how it will improve your life. So obviously it'll enable me to achieve more goals. For the fun and recreation area of my life, I didn't have like a specific huge goal I wanted to do here. So I kind of just did like a more overarching, like enjoy all the moments and be fully present. We have a lot of fun things planned for this year. And so I wanted to just do something where I could be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to be really present in these moments of all this fun and recreation stuff that I'm doing. I've taken on new hobbies in the last couple of years. And so I really want to be able to enjoy those. So I said, read 50 books. We're going to Hawaii in March, so we will do that. Improve my tennis and golf games. So I play tennis year round in a league, and then I play golf in the summer in a league. And so I really would love to improve those. And then go ice fishing this winter, which we've already done once, and I'm actually going to go again today. And then go wild. I put this under fun and recreation because it's just, I feel like it's the most fun thing that it would fall under. It's not really work related or anything like that. All right. And then obviously it would bring me more joy and adventure to enjoy all these moments and be fully present. All right. Next up, we have the work and learning area of my life. So right now I have 3 different jobs. And one of mine is working for a ministry called Young Life, and I am the head of wildlife area in our region here, which is for middle schoolers. So I would like, my main focus this year is to grow our wildlife and to start a Young Life, and Young Life is the ministry for high schoolers, and we don't have that yet here in my town. So I would really love to get that started sometime in 2020. So that's like my big focus for the year. Other things I'd like to do, relearn French, and I'm using a Duolingo app for that, and add 2 more leaders to our wildlife team, which is the middle school part of the ministry. I've been given the opportunity to potentially add more hours for my role with Young Life. So I have to decide what I want that to look like, and then again start a Rosemount Young Life. And my why there is reaching more kids for Jesus. So in family and relationships, spend quality time and create memories with my people. And that can be friends, family, just like anybody that's important to my life. So one thing I really wanted to do was establish house rules. And that is something from the Lazy Genius's book and all of her podcasts and everything, if you have not heard that before. My husband and I also have our 20th wedding anniversary this year. So I want to figure out some special ways to celebrate that. That's coming up in April. And then also to feel more connected to my husband. One thing I'm actually going to add on here is we are starting to do like a monthly family meeting. So I'm going to have monthly family meetings. So see, I'm 2 weeks in, I'm already adding some things. And then obviously by doing these things, I would strengthen my relationships. All right. The next area is health and wellness. And I've been on a bit of a wellness journey since about October. I've been training with a trainer twice a week at the gym and really starting to see some awesome results from that. So I'd like to continue that wellness journey. So I'm not starting a whole new one. I'm just going to keep working the one I'm on, tweaking things as I go. One of the things I'd like to really do, and this could fall under personal too, is to embrace the body that God gave to me, to just think of it in a different way, to be more accepting of it, to continue to train with my trainer, establish health and wellness routines. So that's just like in my, morning routine, evening routine, whether it's, consuming water. And then I did set a goal weight by the end of the year. And my result of that would be being more confident in myself. And then for spiritual and personal growth, my focus is to put God at the center of my life each day in all the areas of my life. And ways I'd like to do this is to create a daily Bible time routine. So I've actually been making a lot of really good progress on that. I would like to complete 4 Bible studies or books that are related to my faith somehow. We're doing a 40 days of prayer with Young Life thing starting January 11th. So I'd like to complete that. And then I'd also like to read 4 personal growth books. So I do a lot of audiobooks. So I'll probably do those as audiobooks. So yeah, I think those are some really good tangible things for me to aim for this year. All right, and then coming up to our financial, my overarching focus here is to be a good steward of our finances. So I would love if we can pay off one of our cars. We're really close on one of them. So paying that off, continuing to budget plan. So budgeting our paychecks every week, and then just setting up like our budgets for the month. And then also I want to work on my relationship with money. So I'd like to educate myself a little bit more about why I think about money the way that I do. I might work on that in my therapy a little bit. And as a result, we'll have more financial stability and security. And then the last area is physical environment. And my goal here is to only have things that serve us well in our home. So I've really been feeling like I want to get rid of stuff that we no longer use or no longer serves us. So I thought this was a really good place for me to focus on that. So one of the projects is to redo my daughter's closet and put in some new shelving and things to help her manage her physical environment. I'd like to also do our master bedroom, because it's just, we have what the builder put in there and it could be so much more than what it is. Also implementing GTD, which is getting things done, and then step systems, and those are very similar. So this is a whole system where you're like organizing your various to-dos and emails and just different things. Check out the book Getting Things Done by David Allen if you've not heard of that. I'd also like to maintain a clean car. So this one is a struggle for me. I'll go in spurts where it's like super clean, and then like life happens and I have all this stuff in my car and I just never clean it out. So this one is kind of broad. I probably need to specify this more, but get rid of all our extra stuff. Like, how am I going to do that? So I really just want to like purge things. And then last but not least, do laundry 1 time a week. So I actually chose to do my laundry on Mondays, and that's been going really, really well for me. So I'm going to continue to do that. And as a result, my home will feel more at peace. So there we have my 2022 goals, and I'm going to be also posting a quick little video that shows you guys the vision board I made for the year and why I chose what I chose to go on to that relates to each of these. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I like posting this video because it holds me a little bit accountable also to check in on my goals and to post updates and that sort of thing. So I'm really hoping that every quarter when I do my compass assessment again, that I can post an update video as to where I'm at and how things are going with my goals. So let me know in the comments below what are some goals that you have or intentions you've set for 2022 and what you're most excited about them and how they'll impact your life. I would love to hear about your goals down there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon.